Namaste, everybody. I believe we're live. We'll just give it a minute for folks to join, and we'll be doing a special meditation today, a visualization of the elements guided by our breath. So let's just give it a minute or two and let people join. In the meanwhile, please feel free to stretch out any part of your body that needs a little air. Give yourself the opportunity to move a bit before your sit, and maybe a glass of water or something like that, whatever you need prior to our half an hour practice for today. We'll start in just a moment as people continue to arrive for a very special meditation class. All right. Let's get started. Namaste, everybody. Welcome to today's special meditation class where we will be visualizing the elements in our breath, guided by our breath. So, in this special meditation practice, we're going to take into account the several layers of the psyche, of the personality, and we'll be exploring them through the guidance of the breath and the visualization of the 5 elements. Slightly different meditation than we've done in the past, a little bit perhaps deeper, but it has been very rewarding for me, and I'd like to share that with you here. Let's begin by straightening our backs and just adjusting our seat as necessary. Let's breathe a little bit into our bellies as we rest our hands in a comfortable position and get situated with this meditation. Any movement that you want to do, please go ahead and move around a bit, stretch your back if necessary, move your neck a little bit if necessary. Maybe some shoulder rolls, maybe some hip work in your seat, a little bit of gyration back and front is a good way to get yourself planted in your seat and prepared for meditation. So with that taken care of, let us begin our practice by chanting Om 3 times. So let's close our eyes, bring our hands up to heart center in Anjali Mudra, and please chant Om where you are if you feel called to do so. Om. 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 Let's begin keeping our eyes closed, breathing into our belly, the standard foundational breath work to all other advanced techniques in the yoga tradition. Breathe diaphragmatically in and out at your own pace. Let your belly take up room, expanding. Feel the press of your clothing and even of your own skin, of your own boundary of your body. Press against yourself as you expand, letting your belly fill up first before your chest. Practice this for a minute at your own pace, further expanding your sensation of your body and your very presence through this deep belly diaphragmatic breathing. Notice the spaciousness you're creating in your belly as you nourish it, as you expand it with life-giving prana or breath. Prana is the intelligent life force that guides us. We will take its help in today's meditation. Keeping your eyes gently closed, allowing yourself to ground into your seat, guided by the breath. Filling up your belly, as you're doing right now. Allow yourself to relax a bit. Let your shoulders down. Let your jaw and your temples, your eyebrows, let your face unfold downward. Let the tension flow down your neck, down your shoulders, down your back, out of your body. With every exhale, released from your belly, let your tension release too. As we're getting situated now in our seat, let's begin our visualization practice with the element air. Conceptualize air or wind moving as you breathe. Notice its lightness, both softness and hardness, depending on its speed. Notice perhaps its pressure. Visualize simply air, however that comes to you in your mind. The breath is intimately connected with this element, of course, but so is thought. Thought moves much like the wind. As you continue breathing into your belly, visualize air and thought together, noticing their similarities, perhaps even differences. Perhaps thoughts are not flying about. Perhaps they're steady. Perhaps they are moving at a significant pace or somewhere in between. Just take note of what's happening for you. Let now the wind element sweep from the base of your body to the top of your crown. On your in-breath, let it sweep up, and on your out-breath, let it sweep down. Bathe yourself with air, both through your breath and through your visualization. Breathing deep into your belly, allow the air element to sweep you from bottom to top on your inhale and top to bottom on your exhale. As you focus on this, contemplate the nature of thought. Just like air, thought is significantly powerful, but perhaps without much substance. Meaningful as they may be, they can also be shallow. Thought freely moves about, shifting from place to place, surrounding your personality, surrounding the structures of your psyche. Thought moves in and out easily, but perhaps it's hard for thought to penetrate certain areas. Perhaps the speed of thought can increase, compounding upon itself, and cause some damage. Perhaps we can relate to anxiety as an overflow or overwhelmed by thought. Let the air element here connect with the quality of thought and let it calm it. Make friends with this element as you breathe it in and out of you. Visualizing this powerful wind sweep away your worries, sweep away your stress, perhaps even sweeping away your pain. We'll move to the next element, water, which is pretty synonymous with emotion. Visualize water as you connect with it. Is it the ocean, the beach, a swimming pool, the shower, or just life-giving water that you drink? Visualizing the element of water, breathe into that and embody that. Notice that so much of your body is made of water. Attune to that sensation of the element. Connect with emotion a little bit deeper than thought. Enter the arena of feelings. You may have had many feelings today, or not so many. Let the water bring up what may be needed for balance, or let it wash away whatever is in excess. Attune to the energy of the water element through your breath, breathing into your belly. Notice how the water of our feelings flow, almost uncontrolled, creating its own passages through our life. Perhaps we may be good at damming up these passages. Perhaps we let too much water flow. Notice your relationship with your feelings. Perhaps dependence on or lack of relationship with. Breathe into these aspects of the water element. Visualize your body as a container for your feelings, the unconscious mind stretching deep into the recesses of the body you inhabit. Can you perhaps inhabit your body more fully, like the breath is inviting you to do? Like the water element helps you do? Perhaps you may find a location where water has stagnated in your body, where the lack of awareness has not penetrated. You may notice areas in your life where disconnection from feelings, disconnection from the heart of the matter, has left repressed feelings which have been allowed to fester, maybe even grown into a disease-like state, whether it's our mental health or physical health. Send fresh, awareful, pure water of the non-judgmental presence of awareness into those places. Let your body be washed by this crucial element. Breathe a few more times into the presence of water in your body. Next, we'll move to the fire element. How does fire look to you? Can you feel its glow, its heat, its energy? Its propensity to spread when unattended to. Let your in-breath grow the fire. Let your out-breath relax it. Fire here can represent desire. An important part of what makes us move in life. Breathing into the fire element, notice your desires. What have you desired your whole life? What are you currently desiring? Where may you be in terms of desire? Create a little awareness around the aspect of desire in your life, noticing its intensity. If the desire is sufficiently intense, perhaps this fire could burn indiscriminately, its embers flying about, creating more fire. Perhaps new flames of fantasy, greed, jealousy, or anger. Notice the emotion associated with fire as well. Paying attention with the help of breath, centering you, will tend to the fire. Take care of its needs, feeding it as necessary, but not letting it get out of control. Notice any room for adjustment in yourself, in desire, in emotion. in the effect of the fire element within you. No need to fight to change something. No need to cling or run away from what you may be finding. Let the mind simply be itself without too much interference from you, even if it's quote unquote misbehaving. Go back to the breath. Go back to the element of fire, tending to it. The mind will calm down on its own. Allow the radiant warmth and light of fire to sweep through your body. Breathe into it, letting that heat, that cleansing occur as you purify yourself with the help of this element. Finally, notice the fuel that fire uses, the amount of energy that it pulls from you, especially when there's a overwhelm of desire, jealousy, greed, anger. Preserve your energy, preserve yourself by not feeding the fire indiscriminately and unconsciously. Be conscious of the energy, the potency, the pull of this element. We'll move now to earth. Gently shift your attention and your awareness, thanking the presence of fire as we focus on the earth element. Here, our roots are planted. Here, we're close to the foundation of our inner structures. Earth may not move very much when you breathe into it. Simply appreciate its expansiveness, its depth, and its vastness as you breathe. And familiarize yourself with this element, however it looks to you. In earth lie our beliefs, our ego structures, our likes and dislikes, our habits, our tendencies, characteristics, assumptions, and even karma. Notice the presence of the immovable in us, or at least that which we think to be immovable or unchangeable. As you breathe into the earth element, attuning to its frequency, can you recognize any unchallenged beliefs or any presumptive ideas about life? Are there any places of lack, emptiness, kind of holes in the ground that we try to fill, that we try to pour our efforts and energy into. Can you notice any mountains that you've developed, that you've created through effort, through will, through perseverance and dedication as well, through abundance? Which belief structures and presumptions or understandings lift you up positively and move you through life? What can you really count on in yourself to be there for you? And on the other side, notice if there may be any assumptions of unworthiness or lack. These are the seeds in this life and perhaps from past lives that have taken root in our earth. Some carry us forward, some hold us back. Maybe there are sinkholes that occur. Maybe there are mountains we've climbed. Breathing into the earth element, notice the fundamental aspect of ego, of attachments, of letting go that exist in you. Breathing a few last times into earth. Let's move slowly, thanking earth for its elemental support of us. Moving towards space, the last element. Breathing deeply into your belly, notice the spaciousness. That you've created in this meditation. Keep breathing deep into your belly, taking into account where you are in this vastness within that you've cultivated. Notice the element of space as you breathe into it, however you may conceptualize or visualize it. This space is akin to pure awareness or untainted consciousness. This awareness and this space is between all of these elements. It intersperses itself and it penetrates itself in between and through thought, emotion, belief, desire. Notice the clarity of your own awareness currently, supported by the breath. The space element is just that. It's everything in between and everything within these other elements. This awareness that you're accessing is fundamental to thought, emotion, desire, belief. This spaciousness provides light to penetrate any negativity you may have found and any misidentification with that negativity. Notice when we're in this space, we can shift into health, transmuting negativity into positivity, transforming ourselves. As you breathe, notice that space is unbounded. It's inherently without boundary. So is your awareness as you develop your relationship with it. It can take you beyond you. Notice how we give away our energy, perhaps with too much wind in our heads or too much fire, maybe too much water drowning us. Notice how each of these aspects of ourselves takes up precious, preserving, sweet energy. Let's allow awareness to shine light on this fact so that we can withdraw where we may need to, give a little bit more energy where we may need to come into balance. As we approach the end of our meditation, notice how your relationship with these elements within you can have profound effects. Air can uplift instead of toss you about. Water can be buoyant, moving, nourishing, instead of drowning and decaying. Fire can be a giver of warmth, producer of knowledge, and an intentional, motivational, creative force instead of a ravager, consumer, leaving you starved for life. Notice Earth and its capability to be a foundation for constructing positive structures based on strength, resolve, dignity, vigor, rather than a plot for shame, fear, self-doubt, which inevitably crumbles, collapses, and fissures. Notice, lastly, space that encompasses all of this. No matter what, your awareness does not reject, does not react. It simply is with you and what is in your field of experience. Allow your awareness to expand so it encompasses all of these aspects of these elements we explored today. As we come to a close with our meditation, breathe extra deep at your own pace, in and out of your belly, visualizing these elements within you. Notice which element stands out to you the most. Take in its radiant energy, allowing it to mix within your body. Let that which you don't need flow out of you on your exhale. Allow yourself to be built up and broken down simultaneously as you infuse yourself with the effulgent light of these elements and as you allow yourself to release and let go of what you no longer need. With the last few breaths, you may shift as necessary and slowly open your eyes. Or you may stay in this meditation for as long as you like, contemplating and exploring aspects of yourself that the elements allow. We'll finish our meditation today, the traditional chant in Sanskrit, which translates to Om, peace, peace, peace. Let's chant Om Shanti together. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om. Thank you everybody for joining me in today's meditation. We do these every Thursday night from 6:30 to 7. I look forward to having you at our next one. Namaste.